friends. So today is going to be all about main idea and supporting details and kind of reviewing that standard because it's not only helpful in fifth grade, but it's going to be helpful in all of the other grades beyond fifth grade. And so this is going to help you with your packet that you have in your Google Classroom, which looks like this. And so specifically where you're going to get the answers to these kind of shaded boxes are going to be from this video. So make sure you're paying attention and taking good notes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So main idea and supporting details are such a good skill um, to master because it's going to help you as you understand what you're reading and comprehending what you're reading, that you stop and ask yourself questions. And one of the main questions you can ask yourself as you're reading a text is, what is this mostly about? And what are the details that support that? So in your packet, it says the main idea is the most important idea a writer makes in a paragraph or passage. So those pink words are going to be written in those shaded boxes on your end in the packet. The next thing it says is sometimes the main idea is clearly stated, like it'll tell you exactly what this is about, in a sentence at the beginning, middle, or end of a paragraph or passage. A lot of good writers, and we kind of teach this in fifth grade writing, is to clearly tell the topic or the main idea, especially in the topic sentence or the introduction paragraph. They will also kind of reiterate it at the very end of a paragraph or passage as well. So anytime you look for a main idea, you can look at the very first sentence or the introduction paragraph and the end, sometimes the middle too. Sometimes, though, the main idea is not stated, it is implied, meaning that you kind of have to read between the lines and really put your thinking cap on and use those supporting details to see what is it pointing to, what is it mostly about. To determine the main idea, readers must combine supporting details. Supporting details, think of it as the legs of a table. They would not be able to just stand alone, and nobody would be able to use the table if there weren't any legs. But if we didn't have the tabletop, we wouldn't be able to use it anyways. So the tabletop is the main idea, and the legs are the ones that support the main idea, and just like it supports a desk or a table. Also, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause this video so you can write down your notes in your packet. Remember, the main idea tells the author's point about the topic, and the details offer support, just like those legs of a table support the tabletop. All right, so tip number 1, so this will be at the very bottom of that page. Read the entire passage. A lot of the times we get tired and we get lazy and we just don't want to read it, but it is going to be so helpful, especially with testing, to read the entire passage. Don't just skim over it. Tip number 2, reread the first and last sentence. When we talk about that, when we close read, when we reread, that doesn't mean read back through the whole entire thing. Skim through the very first part of it and the last, because that's going to help you with the topic and the main idea. Tip 3, as you are reading, think to yourself, what is the main point the author is making? Tip 4, review the title, because normally with the title, they will give indication and a clue about the main idea. So in this case, this passage says an American symbol. Now, we don't necessarily know what symbol they're going to be talking about, but we know that the main idea is going to be about that person or object being an American symbol.